Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our networking Zoom for early November. Can you please just unmute for the moment and give the person next to you a round of applause? Big welcome. So good having you with us. What a legendary applause. Now, I have no idea where everyone is today. Everyone's late today. So that means only the special are here at the start. So I just want to say a big welcome. And to those that are late, hopefully we'll see them all a bit later. So I just want to say a big welcome. We've got a great Zoom for you planned tonight. Just to let you know a few things. It is being recorded, so please keep it all clean and positive. And if you want to sit there and say nothing, you're absolutely welcome to. If you want to speak, you're absolutely welcome to. So just want to say a legendary welcome to all of you. And also, too, our guest speaker today is legendary Michael Sterling. Can we all give a big round of applause to Michael? Michael Sterling, did you want to say a quick hello as our guest speaker tonight?
Hey, guys. Hello from Brisbane. Weather is getting pretty hot here. Yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. And we're going into the summer. So things are exciting. And hope everybody's well.
Excellent. Now, without releasing too much, can you let a bit of the cat out of the bag? What are you going to be talking about to us a bit later on?
Yep. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 3-step plan and strategy to get in touch with more clients, land more deals. So we're going to talk about that today.
Oh my God, looking forward to it. Round of applause to you, Michael, and absolutely excited. And I thought we've got a great group of wonderful people here. And I thought best way to do it, I have no idea where everyone is tonight. So because no one's here yet, let's open it up to the floor. So we'll just go straight to hot mic mode. So the way hot mic mode works is this, my friends. On Zoom at the bottom, you have the reactions bar. And on the reactions bar, you can do reactions like smiley faces. You can hit the hands up key. So what I was going to say is if you want to just sit there and watch, please do. If you want to say hello to the room, just hit the hands up key and that'll rank everything in order. So everyone gets a turn based in order. So hit the hands up key if you want to say a quick hello. And the way it works is, keep it quick and direct, give a quick summary of what you're doing, who you're after, and also the type of referrals you're looking for. So if you want to say hello to the room, hit that hands up key right now and that'll rank it in order. And I reckon it'll be the best way to kick it off. There we go. I knew Winnie would jump in first. So just hit the hands up key and we'll work through it that way. So Winnie, how have you been, my friend? The floor is yours, Winnie. Long time no see.
Yes. Hi, Edward, and good morning and good evening, everyone. And yes, long time not see. Finally, I'm back again. And been very busy. And how are you going, Ed? Are you drinking your energy juice?
No, I've got diet ginger beer, Bundaberg. So that's only about 150 kilojoules. And I've been living on 1.5 meals a day just to lose on my lockdown weight. So I can almost fit in my clothes again. Need another week or two, but I'm doing all right.
You are perfectly, fit. Ed. I saw, you always go to the gym, you are well,
That was pre-lockdown. The 100-day lockdown taught me that lockdown one, I lost this one. But anyway, I need a few weeks and I'll be okay. But thank you for your love, Winnie. I appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, you'll be all right. So, let's just go to the point. So, my name is Winnie Japar and I am from Send Out Cards. So, what I do is I help business owner to keep in touch with their client through a personalized card and gift. You create it online, but you get a physical card in the mail. And it's not just a normal card. You can personalize at the back. You could put your company brand at the back. So Christmas season of greeting is just around the corner, right? Don't do that handwriting, like buy books card and you got to handwriting them. It takes a lot of your time. Let's Send Out Card help you do all your work. Set up the gate and then let the system take care of the rest. So that's me, Winnie from Send Out Cards.
Oh, beautiful. We love you, Winnie. Round of applause to you, Winnie. And a big thing I was just going to mention as well, before I forget as well, please use the LinkedIn chat. I forgot to mention LinkedIn chat. Please use the Zoom chat. You can share your LinkedIn links. You can private message each other. So while the event's going on, use the LinkedIn chat to keep networking, connecting with each other. And a big thank you. And also, too, just keep your microphones on mute unless you're talking. Just keep noise down. So thank you, Winnie. Kemi Adekumbi, how you doing, Kemi?
Sorry.
Right. I'm okay. No, that's fine.
Hi, I'm good. It's morning here in London, so I'm a holistic health coach. So I help women and men. I'm not sexist. So I'm looking it's close to Christmas, so people are gonna start stuffing their faces up with chocolate and turkey and all that. So there's a 11-day shred that I'm doing this month. Well, it started on the 1st of November. So if anyone's interested in jumping on a call with me and know more about it, I'll be happy to chat. My referrals will be women, men, and young people. So I'm not picky. So yeah, thanks, Edward.
Kemi, it's a pleasure having you with us. And I can relate. I've certainly been shredding now like crazy some of the times. And we've got legendary Annette. Annette's one of our wonderful meetup leaders. How are you, Annette T? What's going on?
Hey Ed, I'm just coming on a downturn because I've had a busy day today, which has been amazing. So I'm sort of on the trying to shed lockdown weight at the moment, and one of my things has been I used to work till 2:00 in the morning, and now my PC goes off at 10 o'clock at night. So it's been really, really hard for me because I have to try and get all my work done before before that time. So yeah, just trying to manage it all.
Wow.
So I guess for those of you who don't know me, my name's Annette. I'm a spiritual and holistic coach. By day, I do tarot readings and intuitive readings. By afternoons, I do coaching. And by night, I'm a single mum. So I take on mostly women who who've been through emotional abuse or trauma, and I actually integrate tarot and intuitive readings into all my coaching practice. So it's a very diverse way of working, I guess. Yeah.
Wow. And also too, you're one of our meetup leaders, and you're coming up for our next Sydney meetup, aren't you, Annette Division?
Yes, I've taken the day off on Friday the 19th to come down and see you again. We're going to have coffee and meet everybody else. And I think there's also an event on after that. So be a very exciting day, I think.
Yeah. And you just reminded me, Annette, and just for everyone in the room, just let you know, our next, we've got a few face-to-face meetups coming up before I forget. And thank you for the prompt, Annette. Just on that one, we've got Melbourne tomorrow. So if you're interested in coming to our face-to-face Melbourne event, we're on tomorrow. So if you're in Melbourne, Australia, and that event that Annette's talking about, or we're talking about, that's on the 19th. So Friday the 19th at Victory Offices Barangaroo, and I'll pop the link in there for that one. Annette, so good seeing you. And how are you going with getting rid of all your old toxic friends? And how's that project coming along?
Almost done.
Yeah, you have a few left you got to get rid of?
Yeah, just a few. But, we just want to surround ourselves with positive people who are going to actually add value to our life, not take away from it. Everyone's aging. We don't want to age quicker.
So are you saying to everyone here they should kick all the toxic people out of their life right now? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying, Ed, kick as many out as possible before December.
Okay. But I'm gonna quadruple down, kick as many out as possible in the next 10 minutes. So there you go.
There we go. There's a challenge.
Yeah, and Annette's amazing, lady. And Annette, so good seeing you.
Nice
Annette,
seeing
we
you.
love you, Annette.
Love you too.
Yeah, cool.
But may I ask a question? So what do you mean by a toxic person? What do you mean when you say toxic people?
Hey, Annette, did you want to answer that one? Annette, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, people who are draining the life out of you every day, maybe sucking all your positive vibes out. They're the toxic people, the ones that are complaining constantly in your ear. And what else, Ed? Do you want? I see someone. Dee's nodding her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of definitions of toxic. Look, at the end of the day, I get asked this every day, and great question, Alex. I think look, at the end of the day, the toxic person, the definition's up to you. But I think if someone's constantly draining you, there's a sign there's something wrong going over there. I think that's at least a warning sign. I don't know if that helps answer the question, but at least my take on it.
The constant complaining too. Ed, about life. They're toxic.
Beautiful. But anyway, but Annette's basically the predator for toxic people. She's like hunting toxic people. We're going to call you the toxic person hunter, Annette. How about that one? Anyway, love you, Annette. Round of applause to Annette, and big pleasure. And hey, Will, welcome, Will Zondo. What's going on, Will? The floor is yours. Feel free to say hello.
Hey, what's going on, people?
Welcome.
I'm Will Zondo, Cape Town, Mother City, South Africa.
Very nice. And can I say you've got a legendary. I love your accent. I'm sure you hear that a lot. You've got the ultimate accent, Will Zondo.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Somebody said I should be in the radio. I'm like, well, I'll try and do that. So I just started focusing on relationship coaching. Now that is on either on the business, you're looking at the relationship with clients. It could be mother, teenager, could be community relations, could be within. Wherever you go, you don't do business alone, you work with people. So you have got to relate somehow. And so I focus on, so some people go like, so how do I begin to do that? Then we begin to explore what are they good at and how can they make a connection with somebody else, building those good rapports. And then by day, I am in the IT industry, stepping into coding. I'm into project management, 365 implementations. Yeah, and small business building Excel models, cash flows. So I'm marrying the two this time. How do I coach technology-wise and coaching, So yes, relationship coaching.
Too easy, Will. Big welcome. Can we give Will a round of applause? And Will, please share your LinkedIn link so we can all connect with you and everyone around.
Thank you. We'll do that.
I love your work, Will. Welcome. Dee Matlock. Welcome, Dee. How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Oh, it's good to have you with us. How have you been these many years?
Yeah, look, I'm not doing too badly. My first time here, so it's been lovely. It's got energy up the screen. It's great because normally Zoom meetings, it's a bit hard, isn't it, to get that kind of energy and engagement. So this is.
Yeah. Do you want to know my secret, Dee? Do you want to know my secret?
Please share, please.
I get high on chocolate and caffeine prior. That's my secret.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, what are you up to, Dee? What are you looking for? What are you working on? And how's that?
So I am a recovering lawyer. So I've recently resigned and I'm walking away from that toxic kind of environment and work experience. So I have experience and credentials in nutrition and personal training. I'm very keen on establishing healthy habits. I've recently just published a book I will present here.
Wow, Dare to be awesome. Is that right? Dare to be awesome?
Yeah, so DARE is an acronym. So I've developed this model around habit formation. So I find that a lot of people have these good intentions around, okay, I want to eat healthier, I want to exercise more, I want to sleep better, I want to save more money, all these these statements, but they don't have the practical support to help them do that. So, for example, New Year's every year, people say, oh, this year I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to change my life. And then 6 weeks later, all those good intentions to fall by the wayside. So I've developed this model around habit formation, which I call the DARE model. So DARE, an acronym for desire, accountability, reward, and environment. So I believe that they're the 4 key elements to help people form and stick to healthy habits. So I'm in my early stages of promoting the book and completing my life coaching studies. And 2022 is when I will start to really ramp up and start to build my business. So I'm just taking some time out now, spending time with family, spend time on developing the business, and just getting out and meeting people and hearing from others and what they're doing.
Dee, welcome. Can we give Dee a round of applause? And Dee,
cheers, thank you.
Pleasure. Now, I was just going to say, if you've come in, a big welcome. If you want to say hello to the room, just on Zoom at the bottom, you've got the reactions bar. Hit that and just hit the hands up key and it'll rank you in order. So if you want to say hello to the room, just hit the hands up key and that'll put you in the queue. So we first in, best served. And we've got Michael Sterling as our guest speaker once we get through everyone. So big wave again to Michael Sterling. He's a great man. And I just want to say a big welcome. Remember, it's being recorded as well, so keep it all clean and positive. And just let you know, I forgot to mention as well, we're now going to be sending the recordings to our database the next day. So the recording's going to be viewed by even more people, so stay tuned for that one. And we've got the legendary Eileen Avard with us. I was having a good chat to Eileen. Was it yesterday or today we spoke on the phone? I'm getting my days mixed up, Eileen. Was it yesterday or today?
Oh, yes, I think it was this morning, Ed. Thank you so much for the chat. That was so awful. I was thinking of calling Ed and Ed just called. So all you have to do is think of Ed and he can pick that up. So first of all, hello everybody, and thank you, Ed, for creating this awesome space So who am I? My name is Eileen Abad. I'm a leadership coach and a business mentor. And the problems that I help to solve is helping leaders who may have an idea, who may want to start a business, or business owners who are maybe tired and stuck on how to move on to the next level. So how I can help you is using a 4-dimensional framework, and we'll focus on both getting clear about your big pictures, about your purpose, about your vision and your value. And with that, you can then communicate clearly to your client, to your team, and sometimes to your financial backer. So I've been in business for over 25 years, and I've been coaching and mentoring and helping teams, helping business owners to empower your team members so you can avoid being burnt out. So that's who I am. Thank you very much, Ed, for creating this awesome space. There's so many beautiful business owners here, and if anybody would like to know more, be happy to reach out, and I'll put my name on the link here. Thanks, Ed. Oh,
yeah, please go for it.
Sorry, I have a webinar coming up on this Saturday on how to succeed at success. And that is to help people to create awesome plans for 2022. So I put that link here as well too. Thanks, Ed.
Oh, beautiful. Round of applause to Eileen. And Eileen, just remind me again, another mention as well. Our business network is open and inclusive. Feel free to share your webinars. You might be in your own business network or part of another business network. We're about supporting all networks, so feel free to share them as well. And a big welcome. And Toms, how you doing, Toms? Were you going for a whole walk around the place? I feel like I'm on a virtual tour with you, Toms.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm having a walk. I just had an early morning yoga class, and now I'm going back. Greetings from Tenerife, everyone. And I'm just walking along the beach on a touristy site and going to the shop, having breakfast, and getting more clients. More people want to move. So about me, I'm a mindfulness and yoga coach. I lead all kinds of mindful movements, mindfulness activities, including yoga, Tai Chi. I also do tarot readings and breath awareness, all kinds of interesting stuff for stress release. And generally, I help people to learn how to love their stress. So I'm stress management coach as well. So, and I was wondering, because I hear lots of people have gained weight during the lockdown, and for me it's been opposite. I actually lost quite a lot of weight. So I'm curious, how do you people get to gain weight? Because I'm actually searching for people who would advise me, and how could I gain my weight back?
Hey,
So,
can
yeah,
I tell you
thank
how
you.
I did it?
Yeah, go for it.
I was being stupid. Basically, I was eating triple the amount, and instead of walking 10,000 steps a day, walking about 7 steps a day. So, yeah, I was stupid, and that's how I did it. So there you go, Tom. So that's at least my answer, and I'm busy paying for it now.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And where are you, Toms? Where are you again?
Tenerife, Canary Islands. It's the coast of Africa.
Oh my God, that's dude, you're living the high life.
Yeah, it's a volcanic island. Nice weather. Winter's coming, but it's still quite warm here, around 20 degrees Celsius. Pretty good.
Oh, jealous. Toms, we love you. Can we give Toms a round of applause? Toms, greatness, my friend, as always. Beautiful. We got wonderful Baksha. Baksha, what's going on, my friend? Great to have you back with us. How is life?
Hi, Edward. Hi, everybody. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to speak. I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I've had some serious back issues, back pain, but otherwise I'm okay. It's reduced a bit. Like Will, I do work in project management, and I do coding in Java and Python mainly, a little bit in the MERN stack, but not too much. But I'm otherwise a systems analyst, a business systems analyst. and I can be an IT analyst as well. Looking for some work in Australia so that I'm hoping to get some things ready when I'm there. But so I'm just started trying to build a base out of which I can look for some work and also build my connections and network with people. But so that's pretty much what I'm doing now. Other than that, I've been viewing some great images on Pinterest. It's an American site. I really like eagles, owls, nature basically, eagles, owls, lions, tigers. So I've been viewing beautiful images and other images as well. So yeah, very good photography. So mainly it's looking for work, but otherwise I'm keeping myself occupied doing some stuff. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, guys.
Oh, sounds good. Baksha, great having you with us. And I love it when you say photography. Photography has been my side passion lately. So Station My Face, great having you with us, Baksha.
Yes, thank you.
We have the legendary Mel Jensen, who's just graduated from Zoom University. How are you, Mel?
I'm fantastic tonight. How's everybody else?
That's good to see you.
Yep. Who's pumped for tomorrow's Melbourne meeting? Aileen, are you going? Yep. I'm going. Just want to find everybody. I'm an author of 10 published ebooks, plus a number of them hasn't been published yet. Who would love to read a free sample of all my ebooks? What I've done is I've done a sample of the first 10. Plus I've also done number 11, I think. Plus I've also included my 7 daily cleaning tips blog book. So I'll put the link in the chat because I can't do it from LinkedIn. It actually goes straight to my website. Who's also looking at a unique Christmas gift for this year?
Tell us everything, Mel.
Well, I'm actually trying to get Mel's customized candles established. The way I want to do that, I'm trying to find business partners. And I'm stupid for this. It's 75% off, $25 per business partnership. And you will actually make money from it. But if you buy 4, you will get a 5th for free.
Oof.
That's only if you buy by the end of November. So you'll be helping establish the business. And you'll also get the chance for free candles throughout the year as well. So if you want to know more, hit me up. I've given the email address for the candle website, for the candle emails. So hit me up. Go and check out the website. See what you like there. And I also offer a free 30 minutes Zoom call as well. So anyway, great being here. And Aileen, I'll see you tomorrow. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Have fun, Mel. Round of applause to you, Mel. In fact, I actually booked my tickets today. I'm actually flying to Melbourne, my first flight in a long time, on Friday, the 3rd of December. So I'm looking forward to that one. And Annie Pateman, so good having you with us. How are you, Annie, and how's life in the fast lane?
I'm really good, thanks, Ed. I'm sorry I was a bit late tonight. How's life I'm still in the slow lane. I'm still getting used to the idea that I can actually walk outside my door, get in my car and drive more than 5 kilometres. So it's a lot of adjustment to do. But, and I'm really excited because I'm an author as well, and I've written a book called The Strength Within. And it's my story, a 3 times cancer survivor, but I don't dwell on the disease. I talk about resilience, hope, and overcoming adversity and challenges, and the strategies that I used to be a survivor. I was first diagnosed over 41 years ago, and I was not only diagnosed with cancer, but there was a couple of other little complications around that, which you'll need to read my story to find out what that is. I'm also a keynote speaker, so if anyone's got an event or function and they need someone who's inspirational, to have a little talk, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time's available, I'm available. Thanks, Winnie. She's bought my book and she's read it. So, yeah, and today I actually sold 2 copies for the first time in months from from me personally, because I sell signed copies. So I think people are waking up, and although I'm an international author, so I have sold copies all over the world, but to sell a couple of signed copies this week has just been a bit of a boost for me. And what else? I've got a great website. Connect with me on LinkedIn. My website's got interviews that I've done, so you can learn a bit more about me there. Thank you so much. And
Annie, beautiful.
Yeah.
Annie, please share your links, and round of applause to Annie. Now, I was just going to say as well, I just realised we haven't taken a group photo yet. We've got to take a group photo. So to take a group photo, make sure your webcam's turned on. Lean forward, look into the lens of your awesome cam, and do a cool pose and hold it. This is photo. We're going to have another photo on. So it's big smile. 3, 2, 1. Big smile, winners. That was absolutely beautiful. Give yourself a round of applause. And I was just going to say, if you just come in, big thank you. If you want to speak or say hello to the room, just hit the hands up key. You go to your reactions on the bottom of the Zoom bar, and there should be a hands up key. Just hit the hands up key and it ranks you in order. So if you want to say something, make sure you hit the hands up key. And Justine Fox, how are you, Justine Fox? What's going on?
I'm awesome. Thanks, Ed.
Welcome.
Thank you. I just wanted to let everyone know if you have need any help with beauty or skincare or anything like that, guys or girls, I'm not fussy. And I'm just looking for any referrals in even kids with skin problems. I can help there as well. And I put everything in the chat so you can have a look at the brochure and stuff. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.
Justine, big welcome. Round of applause, Justine. And we've got the legendary Aya Fukumoto. Aya, big welcome. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and great having you with us.
This is very correct. My name is Aya Fukumoto. I am Japanese. I am living in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City now.
Wow.
And I'm working at IT company here, but it's Japanese company. But we have like 200 Vietnamese developers or engineers. We developed website or applications or any system constructions. Maybe we are doing offshore, not maybe, but we are doing offshore development, so we can serve a little bit like a reasonable price, I think. I don't know, it's not really like, I'm not used to this talking in front of everyone, but we had a Japanese client so far, mainly. But since this COVID and then this online business is more trend, and then we decided like, why not open our market to the other market? And then now last 2-3 weeks, I'm doing this networking and then looking for that someone who is interested in our business scenario or model, and so that we can find the work with in the future. Thank you very much.
Oh, Aya, you sound like a professional. Can we give Aya a big round of applause? Big welcome, Aya. And please come to our events anytime you want, Aya and everyone. Big welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Now,
Can I ask Aya a question?
Please.
Aya, I want to go into retail shoes made to measure, but online. I need a website. Can you assist?
Yes, of course. We can do that.
All right, we'll talk offline. Thank you.
Yes.
That's the spirit. People are doing business. They're referring each other, buying each other stuff. So that's the spirit. So big thank you, Iron Will. And that's a big point, actually. Make sure you connect with everyone over LinkedIn and absolutely go for it. Now, I was just going to check in. We're going to, once we give everyone a chance to speak, we're going to bounce over to legendary Michael Sterling as a guest speaker. Let's wave again at Michael Sterling. He's sitting there so patiently. So I was just going to say, we've gone through everyone. Now, if you don't want to say anything, that's cool. You're very welcome just to sit there and observe in silence. If you want to say something, now's the time to say it. You may not have gone yet, or you just want to contribute to the discussion. So what we'll do is we'll go into what we call hot mic mode. which is basically just be respectful. You're all live. Just be respectful. Just unmute and go for it, and first one wins. So we're in hot mic mode, and once we get through everyone, we'll go to Michael Sterling. So hot mic time, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Apologies for being late. Tardiness is never my forte, but work dragged me away. Hope everyone's doing okay.
Oh, welcome, Alexander Kittle. I'm pumped to meet you face-to-face next week in Canberra.
Yeah, so am I. I've just got back-to-back meetings that day, and they wanted me to drag it out. And I said, no, sorry, I'm busy. I've got a 2:30 to 4:30 meeting. I'm not missing that for the world. Even if it's not work-related, but my boss doesn't care.
There you go. Good boss. A good boss who sees the vision.
Well, actually, I've known my boss for 13 years now, believe it or not. I actually employed him before he employed me.
Oh, wow. Gotcha.
Yep. And he actually was also one of the ones that gave me a reference for my new role. So small world in Canberra. The Canberra bubble is real.
Yeah. But I love Canberrarians. I've missed Canberra over the past 4 months. I just can't wait till I get back there next week.
It'll be good. I'll have to take you out to dinner in one of those fancy restaurants.
Ooh, I like Canberra. Anyway, Alexander, what are you up to? Tell us what you do and what you're looking for and what you're up to.
Okay, so I'm an IT sales expert. I've been doing it for over 25 years and in many different areas. I've actually recently changed roles where instead of selling IT products and services to customers, I'll be helping the resellers sell their products and making their businesses more successful by integrating distribution into their networks.
Very cool, man. And I got to say, you got to be pumped about your new job. That's exciting times, isn't it?
It's scary, and it's scary and definitely exciting, especially after I read the OH&S document on making sure your hybrid office was above board. That's how corporate this company gets these days. They make you take a photo of your desk to make sure it's the legal height and everything.
Can you just like render it in CAD or something, or just take a photo of someone else's office and go, there it is?
I'll just get someone on my network to do it for me, hey, and pay them. That might be easier. Or they can come and build the office because half the furniture's all sitting in the third room ready to go. That's my weekend project.
Is it IKEA time? Is it? You get that little key, you're going to sit there and go insane all weekend?
Actually, no. I bought a little bit more expensive than IKEA, and I actually have a power drill. I'll be using the drill because it takes half the time.
Oh, Alexander Kittle. We love you, Alexander Kittle. I'm pumped to get some photos when we finally meet up next week.
Yeah, sounds awesome. I haven't decided which phone to bring because I've got two that I'm testing this week.
I'd say the Samsung. I'm a big Samsung buff, as you know, so there you go. Can't go wrong with the Samsung.
I got the new Fold 3 this week.
My God. Armed to the hilt with superior technology, Alexander Kittle.
It's just part of the job. You got to test these things so people know what they want to buy when they ask you all the silly questions.
Beautiful. A round of applause to Alexander Kittle. Alexander, absolutely love you. Cool. Hot mic mode. If you want to say hello or contribute to the discussion, go for it. Now's your chance. Just unmute, go for it. And first one in wins.
I was another late arrival, so I'll say hello. Hello, Ed.
Hey, Richard.
Good to see you. Everyone got a small crowd in tonight, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know where everyone is tonight. I think everyone's sleeping tonight. It usually happens with us. We'll get a quiet one. Then all the people that miss out come the next time. So it goes quiet, busy, quiet, busy. That's kind of our model, I think.
Hey there, Annette. Yeah, so I've been busy helping with the launch of a new skincare product. That's what I've been busy at. Yes, taking care of the chatbot side of things too. So what we're doing is the official launch is next week. They've actually notified on social media that it's coming, so that sort of it's leaked a little bit, but what we're doing is we'll be running ads to offer a free samples of this new product and get them signed up through the chatbot. So that's the sort of strategy we're taking with that one. So it looks pretty impressive product. It's a polishing cleanser, so for anyone who needs to get rid of and this company they do great stuff. It's like no nasties in there. It's all, I think it's like 85% botanically sourced ingredients. So it's, and this one's got some world first ingredients in it as well. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
Wow. And how's your chatbot technology coming along?
Well, chatbot's always evolving. So yeah, look, it's really a matter of, I think, taking it from where it is at the moment. We've, one of the latest things is, obviously the Instagram DM automation side of things, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, the rest of it's just really about the platforms themselves evolving and adding new features and and doing more integrations with other platforms, so you can take your automations from the platform itself right through to all sorts of things. So putting people into your CRM system, into your email system, adding people into Google Sheets and information. Yeah, there's all sorts of things you can do these days with it, with chatbot technology, and that's without even getting to the AI, the fully AI side of things. So, which is even more interesting again. So there you go.
Wow, powerful. And I'm pumped to hopefully catch up with you when I come down to Melbourne on Friday, the 3rd of December.
Yeah, well, I'll put that in my diary and see what we can do.
I got my flights booked, 7 a.m. in, and I'm taking the 9:30 p.m. out. So nice day in Melbourne.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Very
go.
good.
Richard. We round of applause to Richard. Big thank you. Hey, we're going to go over to Michael Sterling in a moment, but just before we do, if you haven't spoken yet, now's your chance. And or if you want to contribute to the discussion, now's your chance. Feel free to unmute and go for it. Going once. Going twice. Sold. We're going to bounce over to Michael Sterling time. Now, Michael Sterling is a legendary man. I'm going to go spotlight speaker. So there you go. You're up on the big screen. We've all got you, Michael. And I've got to enable screen sharing as well. I do know you can now screen share. So, Michael, it's so good having you with us. How have you enjoyed the Zoom so far tonight, big man?
Oh, it's fantastic. I think that there's so many people here with like very high energy. And like, that's why, like, that's one of the reasons I love your community so much, is because there's like people with energy. Like, you go to a lot of events, and I go to a few events myself that are like outside of what you do. And a lot of people are just there kind of like, they're kind of like a marshmallow. They're just kind of there. They're not there, that kind of thing. But people here are like, they've got energy. They want to do business. So it's just fantastic. I just absolutely love this community and everything that you guys do.
Well, look, we're honored to have you with us, our guest speaker. So I was going to say, maybe go for like 5 minutes or so, then we'll go another 5 minutes of Q&A. So, yeah, you're welcome to go for it, Michael. And if you want to share screen, I've enabled it. So you're very welcome to share screen on your PC as well. And you're spotlighted, so you're taking over everyone's PC screen.
Awesome. Sounds good. So guys, my name is Michael Sterling. If for anybody who hasn't met me before, and I run my company MS Marketing, and we basically just help people to get in touch with more of their ideal clients, and obviously close them as well. And I've helped people to get in touch with like loads of small companies, but also really big, giant corporations like Microsoft, Marriott, Thermomix, Temple & Webster. And today I want to talk about a simple 3-step plan that I've got, that I utilize for myself and my clients to just get in touch with more people and land more clients. Because everybody wants more clients, and right now it's like late in the year, so you really got to be productive, got to be proactive with what you do to make sure that you have some more clients coming in. So my 3-step plan is very simple. So step number 1 is you got to figure out who it is your potential client is. So, are they male? Are they female? What do they do? What company do they work for? Or do they have their own business? And then you got to figure out, where do they spend their time? Do they spend their time on LinkedIn? Do they spend their time on Facebook, Instagram? Maybe they go to networking events. Maybe they spend their time in emails. You got to figure out who they are and, what kind of platform they spend their time on. Then step number 2 is you put together a simple, small, no big messages, just like a simple message that would get them hooked and that would get them interested in talking to you. So here you got to figure out, you figured out who it is that you help. You got to figure out what is it that, what kind of outcome you help them to achieve, and, why do they work with you? What are you trying to help them do? Are you trying to, help them earn more money? Do you help them with stress, like people here, like a lot of people here? Do you help them to get more fit? Do you help them lose weight? Like, what is it that you do, and what kind of outcome do you help them achieve with what you do? And then what I want you to do is just put together a small message. You can craft it. It could be like a couple of paragraphs, keep it brief, just to get them curious to the point where they want to talk to you, where they get excited and they want to jump on a call with you or something like that. And then step number 3 is
if
reach
I can
out
jump
to
in,
them.
Michael. If I can just jump in, I get asked this all the time, and I think you glossed over a bit of gold there. Everyone asks me all the time, Ed, how do I write a good message on LinkedIn that'll bring me a lead, right? Can you just unpack that a bit? Tell us some of your secrets for writing a sexy, I suppose, conversation starter on LinkedIn. What are your dirty tricks you'd be honored to share with us on the house, Michael?
Definitely. So there's a couple of points. So the messages that I write have kind of like 3, they have like 3 parts to them. The first part is usually something personal. It could be like a compliment. Guys, compliments like literally open doors. If you can give somebody like a genuine compliment, you can tell them something like, congrats on this new product you launched, or, I saw that you just wrote this book and it just reached the bestseller category, like congrats, something like that will definitely get their attention first. Then the second part of the message could be something about you and how you could actually help them. And then the third one is just some kind of call to action, just asking them either if they're interested in that idea, or if they want to talk to you, or if they want to jump on Zoom, something like that. But literally if I was going to say anything about this, is keep it personal. People spam each other on LinkedIn all day long, and from before, and you just gotta people don't even check their messages because they don't want to see all these copy pasted messages that people just send everybody, and it's annoying for everybody and it doesn't work. So keep it personal, get their attention with a compliment, and you won't believe what you can achieve with it.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. And you had a third tip. Did you have another tip as well as part of it, Michael?
Yeah. So I was just going to say, so once you've crafted your message, what you want to do is you obviously want to put it into action, and you want to reach out to them. And don't get discouraged if let's say you reach out to 10 people and they don't reply. You got to actually test out things and see how you go with them and maybe tweak. But it's up to you. Obviously, look, maybe you're going to have to reach out to 10 people or 20 people or 50 people to get a couple of responses. But, it's all about taking action and just messaging people something personal. And I've literally utilized this process, especially what I said about compliments, to get in touch with some of the biggest companies in the world, guys. I've scheduled people meetings with companies like Microsoft and Marriott, and it's been insane. And I just want everybody to be more proactive, go out there and just land more clients.
Oh, legendary. So just to reaffirm that, so you and your company is all about getting people those high value meetings with those big target customers.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what we do. I work with different people. Some of them are in tech space. They have some kind of tech solution. Some of them have a creative service that they offer, like design, marketing, advertising, PR. And we just help them to get more meetings because they know that the more people they talk to, the more clients they're going to land. So we just get them talking to more people.
Oh, beautiful. That's great. Michael, amazing. Do you have any closing thoughts before we open up for questions from the audience?
No, just that, guys, it's Q4 this year, and you have, you can be one of the 2 people. You can be a person that says, oh, well, it's almost December, it's holidays. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm not even going to try. Or you could be the person that says, okay, it's tough. Maybe sometimes people are going to tell me that they want to talk next year and they don't want to talk now, but I'm going to figure out how to make this work. So you got to pick which person you're going to be.
Yeah. And just on that point, I've had clients sign up on Christmas Eve. So I couldn't agree with you more. And that's gold, Michael. Can we give Michael a round of applause? Michael, just brilliant. And don't go anywhere yet, Michael. We're going to open up to questions from the floor. So if you've got a Very cool, positive question for Michael. Love to hear it. So hot mic mode, just feel free to unmute and ask Michael your questions in a very clear manner. So if you've got any questions or contributions, now's your chance, everyone. Anyone? Everyone looks pretty.
I have a question for Michael. What's the best time to sort of send a message? Is there a better time on LinkedIn?
Yep. So I find that, the people that I work with, we mostly go after like corporates. And for them, we usually send it in the morning their time. So
okay.
I would recommend between like 9 and 12, 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. their time. So if you're targeting people in the UK, then obviously 9 a.m. UK time. If you're targeting people in Australia, then obviously local time. So I prefer to do it in the morning, and then usually people reply in the afternoon or later. Yep.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay. Are these in marketing? Are these, which is it decision makers? What kind of decision makers are you dealing with? I suppose you wouldn't know, but is their position in the company, does it matter in the position, what they do?
Yep. So I've personally, for my clients, we have targeted anybody from a manager level. So somebody like a manager, a marketing manager, PR manager, all the way up to, CEO, president of the company. And, we've had success with the process that I've talked about today. We've had success with getting, all of these people on meetings with, all of these different positions. So obviously, different people, different things are going to happen. Like sometimes you reach out to a CEO and then you don't hear anything back, but then they're going to pass it on to, a director of marketing, and then they're going to reach out to you and they're going to want to talk to you. So, it really depends on who your customer is and who do you want to talk to. Obviously, look, if you're gonna want to go after like a CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, you're probably not gonna have a lot of luck trying to get in touch with him. But it just depends on who you're working with and what your customer is. Yeah.
Brilliant. If you've got any questions for Michael, unmute and go for it.
I've got one. Michael, in marketing, suppose I'm cold calling people or I'm talking to a new client. Like suppose I'm working in a bank and just speaking to a customer and trying to cross-sell a product. But how much is too much when you are speaking or to a client? And also cross-cultural issues tend to crop up. So I was a little bit confused as to how to deal with those things. What are your thoughts on that?
Mm-hmm. So look, cold calling is definitely different to, sending people messages or emails. It's a totally different thing, like I'm a big proponent of not being very pushy with people. Like I'm all about, saying something that will spark some curiosity and then setting up a time to chat with them. So in my opinion, again, if you're just cold calling people that don't know your company and don't know you, your job is just to spark some interest, get them curious enough that either they want to talk to you further or they want to set up a time with you to talk whenever, they're available, something like that. I'm not a big proponent of like, I know there are sales guys out there who like, you got to close, like you got to push, man. Like, and I'm just not a proponent of that approach. It doesn't go well with my personality. The way I do it is I just kind of like get people curious enough and give them an offer that is interesting enough to them, and then just leave them to decide whether they want to work with me or not. And then, obviously it doesn't mean that you just let people off the hook easily. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, just get something, like try different approaches and say something that will spark their curiosity. Just like in the few sentences. And in cold call, you have a very limited amount of time to really kind of like for them to connect the dots. So in the beginning, you gotta really spark their curiosity with something relevant to them, to their position, to who they are, what kind of company they work for. and then, ask them if they would like to continue a conversation or if they want to set up a time another day, if it's not a good day for them. So it's all about curiosity, guys. You just want to get people curious. And then once you've done that, then just set up another time and talk to them when they're present and they're ready to chat with you.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Wow. Brilliant answer. Anyone else got any questions or thoughts for legendary Michael Sterling? Going once?
Yeah, I have a question.
Please.
So you said start personal. Could you give an example? What does it mean? Personal for me, personal for them, or yeah?
Yeah. So what I meant is that, how we've all received either a message on LinkedIn or an email before, probably in our spam, that says something like, hey man, we do this business development, and do you want us to help you? We're this company and we do this, blah, 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 blah. Now, that this has been sent out to like 10,000 people at a time. There's nothing about you in that message. So you got to, like, when you got to do it for yourself, you got to think about like, okay, how's this going to be received? Like, and right now I got to tell you guys that we do mostly, like, we reach out to people via email, and you really got to make sure that you, like, every person that you reach out to, you gotta do your homework. You got to find out something about them, and you got to really bring this up in the beginning of the email or the message. So again, let's say you're reaching out to CEOs of the companies, right? And you go through the list of CEOs you're going to reach out to, and you find out that this one CEO, John Smith, he just received an award because their company is the best one to work for in Austin, Texas in 2021. So then when you reach out to him, you begin your email saying, hey, John, I saw you guys just received this award. Congrats on, being the best workplace in Austin. That's very exciting. I bet your employees are very happy. And then you go into, what you do and how you can help them and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I meant. And guys, like this strategy works so well. It does require, a lot of people don't do it because it does require time, does require effort. And a lot of people are lazy, so they're just going to blast things over the internet. But if you take your time and you do your homework, you will have you'll have a decent amount of success with this.
Wow. Brilliant.
Michael, do you primarily use LinkedIn as the platform to do this reach out, or do you use other strategies or channels as well?
To be honest, we mostly use email. I find, even though I'm in B2B space, right? And most of my clients are. So if we were in a different space, like if we were in B2C, maybe we would use Facebook or Instagram or something else. But we mostly reach out to people via email. And I'll tell you guys why we reach out to people via email versus LinkedIn is because maybe they check their LinkedIn, like, unless they're a very active user, maybe they check their messages like a couple of times a week. Now their email, they have to check it every day, multiple times, because that's where they're communicating with their clients. That's where they communicate with their team, suppliers, everybody. So that's the best, like, for most of the, decision makers in like large companies and like smaller companies as well, who use email. That's a really good place to find them, which is why we go, and we just email them directly with something personal. Again, not just, hey, we offer this service that does X, Y, and Z, but we mostly use email. Yep.
Cool. Good to know. Thanks for that. And second question following on from that then is, what's your, obviously the first trick with the email is to get them to open the email, which means having good headlines. So what's your go-to, do you have a go-to headline that you use, like subject line for those emails?
Definitely. So I am, there are different people that say different things about the subject lines. I keep it vague. I don't say anything too specific. Like, I would say something like, hey, John, or question for you, John. Ooh. Or if you do have something similar with them, like let's say you're in the same city, I would say a subject line, literally, so you're in Sydney too.
Yep.
you know.
Very vague.
So, yeah, so I keep it vague because then it's like, short and vague. And remember that another thing about them opening the email is you know how they see the preview of what it says in like the first couple of sentences, which is why you need to put in, you know, you got to do your homework and you got to write something personal, because they're going to see it and they're going to determine whether they're going to open your email by that preview. And so if you say to them, congrats on this award, they're more compelled to open the email versus, hey, we offer this service from Brisbane, Australia, and we do X, Y, and Z, you know.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful. D.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Ingrid. Michael, I just had a question around things related to analytics. So I know that, for example, if you use other social media, for example, Facebook, there's a lot of rich analytics and algorithms around there engaging with people and engagement on posts. So you're talking about LinkedIn, but where people may not engage as much, and then you then talk about sending emails. How do you then utilize that to understand people's, I guess, opening up the email, reading the email, responding to the email? Is there analytics around that as well? What's your approach?
Yep. So guys, just to clarify, like whenever we send direct emails, like we have a software that actually tracks for us who opened it, how many people opened it. So we have an open rate, we have the reply rate. Sometimes we even track how many people click the link if we had a link in the email. Sometimes we do have a link, sometimes no links at all. So we do have analytics. And then obviously if you see people are not opening your emails, change the subject line, change what you're saying. If you see people are not replying, then, change your offer or change what you're saying in the email. And then if people are replying, and you're scheduling meetings or you're getting leads, then, you're good. And on LinkedIn, obviously it's a bit more difficult. Like there are pieces of software that you can use that LinkedIn doesn't condone, and I don't recommend you use them. But if you do, best of luck to you. But there are some softwares you can use to track how many people open it, reply, click, all that kind of stuff.
And just with Michael on that one, we condemn and disavow those third-party softwares on every level, don't we, Michael?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, pleasure. D. Any other questions or thoughts for Michael before we finish up?
I just got one question with your, because I'd send a monthly email to my subscribers, Michael. So you wouldn't, I usually try to do a very creative subject line, but you wouldn't go, oh, dear so-and-so, I hope you're well. You wouldn't even do that. That's what I used to say, hope you're well.
Yeah. So obviously you're doing something a bit different. Like when I talk about sending people emails, I'm not talking about newsletter type emails, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like one email from one person to another person specifically for them, right?
Oh, okay.
This is more like direct outreach. This is not like when you send a newsletter to a bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
So with the newsletters, there are different approaches you can utilize. Like sometimes what works sometimes is just sending a newsletter, asking people, like if you sell some kind of service, just asking people and going like, sending an email saying this, like, let's say you sell marketing, you just send people email to your email database and you say, John, do you need any help with marketing this month? ?
Yeah.
And then if they reply yes or no, obviously with the people that do need help, then jump on the call with them. So that's one of the strategies you can utilize with newsletters. Another one is, just getting, just saying something interesting or sending something relevant. Like some people send the work. Newsletter is a bit different. It's kind of like posting on social media. You kind of like just keep top of mind with you, top of their mind. So it is a little bit different. The stuff I'm talking about is more like when I send an email to you
one-on-one
with the goal of doing something.
If I can jump in there to support what you're saying, Michael, and Annie, you'll like this one too. I do quite a few I do newsletters all the time. So with what Michael's doing, I have very little experience, but with doing newsletters, I do it all the time. But what I like doing is what Michael said to a newsletter. So when I write a newsletter, I try and make that newsletter sound like a personal email. What do you think of that, Michael?
Oh, that's great. That's the best, guys. Like if you can just make it so that people can't determine in their head, they're like, I don't understand. Is he sending an email to me or to like a bunch of people,
Yeah.
and they just give you that benefit of the doubt, that's great, guys. And like, if you can make it seem like it is a personal email, obviously, you know, there are some tricks in like whatever plot, you know, if you use MailChimp, you can add like personalized snippets and stuff like that. Yeah, if you make it like a personal email, it's definitely going to work better. There's so much marketing in the world right now, guys, and it's all kind of like it's all people pitching something, and it's not personal, and it's just sometimes it's not even on the money. Like people offer, like I get ads about you know, something like cosmetics for oily skincare for women, you know, and I'm obviously not in the market for that. So you got to remember, like, something personal and something relevant to the people. If they need your service, they might be open to connecting with you. So you got to remember about that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I do personalize them. I just put their name, each individual person on each. It looks like a personalized email with a really creative heading. So.
That's good. Pleasure. Well, that probably we've got time for one more question or point if anyone's got anything. Going once, going twice. So can we get a big round of applause to Michael Sterling? Michael, that was legendary. And I was going to say it was great. And just before you all go, can we just quickly grab another photo? So just want to grab a quick photo. So do something different. We're going to grab another quick photo. So do something cool, look into the lens, smile, hold the pose, friends, hold the pose. That was beautiful. So I want to say a big thank you. Just before you all go as well, I'm just going to share some cool links with you. I actually forgot to do this again. Our next meet, we're back here next Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. So please come. I'm going to share the link with you right now. So what I'd love you to do is take the link for our next Zoom, book into it right now. If you know anyone good for it, please absolutely invite them. So there we go. Just going to send you a link right now. Please just click this link and book in right now for the next one. So just want to say a big thank you. So thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to upload the recording. Just to let you know as well, I've got a new innovation. Every day now, our Zoom recordings are going to be sent to my database. So just let you know, as we do these Zoom recordings, we not only share them on LinkedIn, I'll be sharing it to my 5,000 plus personal database tomorrow. So that's a new process that we got in there. So just letting you know. So we'll say a big thank you. Feel free to unmute and just give a thunderous round of applause to me. Thank you, everyone. Love your work.
Thank you. Thank you guys later.
Thanks, Ed.
Time for bed.